I gotta check my audio and make sure that's good before we get started. Too bad.
I'm gonna check your ass in a minute.
You're gonna check my ass?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it for corrosion.
I'm not the robot girl around here. I don't think my ass corrodes. So hi everybody, I think we're live. I'm waiting for my stream to load on my end so I can hear myself.
Okay, I'm gonna check it for battle damage.
I can assure you there are no bites taken out of it. Definitely, there's not a single bite that's been taken out.
You're foodie.
You won't find a single bite taken out of my ass.
It's edge drink time, baby.
Well, I heard that.
Ah, yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Taken out of my ass. Okay, my audio is good.
Nice.
Let's load up Astro Boy, shall we?
Let's load up Astro Boy.
Astro Boyness.
No, not that.
And the funky foot Venus.
No, okay, Elena, I think it's about time you go to bed.
Tee. But we just started streaming.
It's time for you to go to fucking bed, Lena. You gotta go to fucking bed. You gotta go to fucking bed, Lena. You gotta go to fucking bed.
Oh no. I gotta sleep on stream? This is not one of those sleep streams.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know the sleep streams?
Yeah, everybody knows sleep streams.
And when somebody did text-to-speech on that one guy and asked their Alexa their address.
Oh.
Yeah, they made that person dox themselves.
I forgot that was a thing, honestly.
Yeah.
But Alexas are stupid. Maybe Alexa's a fucking
Alexa shouldn't be able to answer what your address is, because it's like you should freaking know it. Who would ask Alexa for their own address? I just think Alexa shouldn't answer that question, you know?
Yeah, I think so. God, the way you said, I just think Alexa shouldn't answer that question had, like, Morty from Rick and Morty energy.
No, never. I never want to have that energy. That's the worst thing imaginable.
Like, you know, I just think it's a question I should just answer, you know?
Fuck.
I'm sorry. But I am right, though.
Okay.
An appleberry cream sharts.
Appleberry cream sharts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry to have to break the news to you
Appleberry
this way,
butthole farts.
Okay, that's just disgusting. What the fuck is wrong with you? No hee, not fun.
My hair looks nice today, thank you. I like it when my hair looks nice. I love what just a nothing stream this has been so far.
It really has just been a nothing stream so far, I will be honest.
But if I was honest,
I would be like, whoa, moments.
But we're gonna have to load a save state. There we go.
Did it not save your progress through the Bungle Fortress?
Probably not. He sends dolphins at me, Bis.
That's kind of funny.
I hate these laser beams. I can tell these are gonna be the bane of my existence. Okay, so does this character have boobs, or are they just rendered weird?
I will have a look the second the stream actually loads for me. Whatever that is.
Cause they refer to this character as a he.
You know pectorals exist, right?
I know, but I'm like... Those are awfully boobular, you know? So I'm trying to determine if they're meant to be, or if they just look like that, because of how it's drawn here.
I'm gonna try and look them up.
I did 1 pixel worth of damage to this person.
Oh my god, that's what Pluto's original design was like?
Oh?
You remember Pluto, the big horns looking one?
Yeah. The Satan one?
Yeah, I think this is an early drawing of them, to give you an idea of how much they changed. Again, I don't know,
to do
maybe
the
I'm
dash moves
misunderstanding.
just fucking sucks. I'm sorry. Trying to pull them
Okay.
off in time.
Oh my god, I'm looking at pictures of Epsilon, right? Oh my god. So apparently Epsilon was redesigned at one continuity and turned into a woman. So maybe it's writing of one, design of the other or something? Also, you can do it, I believe in you. I'm behind you like Doc Brown, eating chocolate and putting a towel on your head. The sheer upgrade. The sheer upgrade. Okay, here let's type things. Urchins. It's kind of funny though. It's kind of funny the power scaling in this. Where Astro Boy can take on like an artificial sun, but not like, but like urchins hurt. Yeah, and dolphins. Yeah. Woo! Oh my god, entirely! But you're muted apparently.
I probably pressed the M key at some point while I was typing. Sorry.
God, today has just
Whoopsie.
been... Okay, you know what?
What?
I'm gonna bang my head against the wall for a second.
Why?
And then I'm gonna just move on.
So if you use one of these immediately, then they can't start charging up more. They'll have less than 5.
It's kind of weird how he like shoots one laser out of his head, and then like a load of them target and come down on you.
They split up in the era.
Yeah, that's like weird. Like lasers usually don't do that.
They're not usual lasers. Nightmare for Metroid Fusion.
Oh, is it because the
I'm gonna play Metroid Fusion eventually, because it's on the Switch now.
The water distortion effect? Or does Nightmare have like a attack like that? Standing directly in P face and unload big laser.
I'm just gonna headcanon that this character's a femboy, and leave it at that.
I like that.
We're femboy appreciators around here. I'm glad that we seem to have moved on from people thinking that, or at least I've moved on from seeing people say that they think the term femboy is transphobic.
I don't think I ever saw that, honestly.
I saw that so often.
Really?
Yeah. There were people who are like very against the idea of femboys. They thought it was transphobic.
Are these like... I hate to say it, but are these the same sorts of people that would be called tenderqueers? Is it like that group?
I don't know.
Because I feel...
I only vaguely remember, because this is quite a while ago now, you know? I don't even remember who said it or where I saw it.
Because I feel like being shitty to femboys is fundamentally misunderstanding the point of queerness.
Is it?
That is true, that is true.
There we go. Okay. There we go. Hooray!
Hell yeah, good job!
That one was way easier than the other ones, actually.
He's fem-beaten now.
Okay, what should I improve? Life. I feel like life is always a good choice.
Maybe that's a good one.
Oh yeah, we found out last night that the original creator of Astro Boy died in 1989. This game came out long after the original creator was gone. I think adds some interesting context to it.
Yeah, that is kind of wild.
What do you think, Miss?
Part of me wants to say life. Part of me is like kind of upset that like Shot and Jets are so being left behind. Punch is also.
Yeah, well I mean Shot is like the least useful of the specials anyway. So I haven't felt much need to upgrade it.
It's useful
like the stuff
in
that
like
I use all the time seems better.
I guess given where you are in the game, it'd probably be like life, punch, or laser are the most important.
Yeah. Punch is kind of the lowest one. Should we improve that?
I mean, do you use it much during boss fights anyway?
I usually tend to use the laser. So
okay, life or laser?
Let's increase life then. Let's save a state. There he is! Satan. Reminder again. Used to look like this.
I suppose I need to
Don't
show
want
you
to
the.
fight you.
Hey, let me reblog the thing.
He instantly kicked me.
Oh my god, that is instantaneous kicking.
Ouch.
You know, I just realized,
Uh-huh.
in a way, it kind of feels like that one boss I'm working on at the minute.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That fucking laser though! What the hell?
What the hell? Oh my god.
I love how like that thing just keeps going, you know? Because you've got the what the hell, you've got the oh my god, you've got the no way yay as well.
No way. I love that guy. I love his videos, they're so funny. Where he just finds people wearing weird shoes and then just like just gives them some shit for it, basically. It's really funny.
Robot who eats all your health and calls you a bitch. Why is his laser so strong?
But like, it's just, it homes in on you so well that like, even using the dash, it's hard to get away from it.
This is gonna be like, I think this is gonna be a no north situation, where it's just like, until you figure out the secret sauce, you're fucked. You know what's interesting, actually?
Uh-huh.
In a way.
You see, don't have a specific spot where I have to hit him. I can hit him anywhere. That's a bonus.
Yeah. The structure of this part of the game feels a lot like how you would ideally make like a gamified version of early Dragon Ball's tournament arcs.
You see.
You have a series of opponents, all of which are very distinct and have very different weaknesses. And you go up against them one after the other, and you have to sort of like figure out like the secret sauce to beating each one.
It's almost like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
I love those Rice Krispie explosions. Oh no, cornflakes, that's what I'm thinking of. Cornflakes. Well, it's a good thing we went for life, isn't it, really?
The big punchies don't do as much against him as the laser beam. Ironically, he seems weak to lasers. It's so hard to dash because you gotta hit the button twice, and the first time that you press it, he just moves. So if you're trying to dash through something, first he just steps into it if you're too close to it, and it just sucks.
Just stay determined. Stay determined. He's like the last of the 5, so
yeah. Well,
you're
but then
basically
there's our leader that I'm probably going to fight next.
Yeah, you got it. I believe in you.
Okay. Damn it. But yeah, as far as gray area goes, we're almost done. I know I've been saying that for ages, but we're getting really close. I'd say we're about 50 or 60% of the way through finishing the final boss. And I'm about like 90% of the way through finishing the second ending final level. So... We're so close.
Stuff's going well, honestly.
Then there's just a few little cleanup things we gotta do, and that's it. Like, we gotta add the post-game stuff. In the post-game, you get access to a level select, and you can, like, track your best times in the levels. And stuff like that. And we don't have that fully implemented yet. But it's like half implemented, so it shouldn't take too long to get it all the way in.
And then it's just a portion, just a portion of final testing.
Yeah, I'm just worried we haven't done enough like marketing of the game because I don't know how to do that, and nobody else has been doing any of it. So I don't know how to sell something. Also, I'm probably gonna make a release trailer that's, like, different footage than the earlier trailer I made. Oh, there's a way to avoid the laser. Yeah, I feel like I don't have enough followers on Tumblr for it to make a difference if I reblog something, you know? Like, nobody new is going to see it. I have to get other people to our bigger accounts to share it. Like, that would have worked on Twitter, but, like, Twitter's not an option anymore, so... Ouch.
I looked at a guide just to see if it had any, like, advice for this boss. And I love that they're just like, don't let the laser get too close.
Thanks. I couldn't have figured that out on my own.
Absolute genius.
I got a DM from somebody involved in the Queer Games bundle. Asking if I would like to stream games from it.
Ooh.
They said they can set me up with that. I said either in June or in early July. They were asking if I'd be interested in streaming the Queer Games bundle.
What makes a game? Okay, is it just games by queer creators, or is there like some more?
I have no idea. I don't actually know what it is. I've just kind of vaguely heard of that before. And I was DM'd about it. So I'll probably say yes to that. Haven't responded yet. I'm very bad at responding to messages.
Oh yeah, same.
I have a text from my dad I got, like, a few weeks ago now, and I keep meaning to respond to it, and I haven't.
What's it say?
He was just telling me about, when he went to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 recently. That's funny. He said he thought I would like it. And also that the projector, when they went to see it, the projector kept fucking up. And like, there would still be audio, but no visual. And so they kept like rewinding the movie. And so they're like entire scenes that they saw more than once.
Wow, that's a real shit show right there.
Yeah.
That sounds like it kind of just ruined the experience, to be honest. Fun fact, Pluto's title is The Strongest Robot. Epsilon's title was The Quantum Robot. I don't know why the Quantum Robot uses dolphins.
I thought he was the wet robot.
Yeah, I would have said the same thing.
The funny thing is that ever since he sent me that message, I've had dreams about going to the movies and having the projector fuck up.
Oh.
Yeah, then messaging him and being like, oh, this happened to me too. Oh yeah, Chrome, I have bad news for you. The Mario movie has now outsold The Incredibles 2. I know you were pleased that The Incredibles 2 was still doing better than it. The Mario movie has passed The Incredibles 2.
Wasn't The Incredibles 2 terrible?
I thought it was. Oh, that light switch isn't gonna help me right now. There we go. Sush apparently thought it was fine. I know it gave people seizures.
The Incredibles 2 did?
Yeah.
What?
Because they go into this room where it's just like full of black and white flashing lights, like just across the entire screen.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I think this movie came out in 2019, so I don't know how they got that far into making a scene like that in 2019. The Mario movie is still on pace to just, like, be the best-selling animated movie ever. Like, it seems like it's gonna get there. It's already, like, domestically, it's, like, in, like, number 3. I think it's only behind Frozen and Frozen 2. Is that kind of incredible, Beth?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's a measure of quality, considering that the #1 best-selling animated film of all time was the Lion King remake.
Oh yeah, that needs to fucking die. Like any
I can't believe that one did. How did that one do so well? Like, really? I never heard a single good thing about it. Literally, nobody had a good thing to say about that movie.
Probably it was just it was #1, it was an event. #2, people remember the Lion King original.
See, the funny thing with these live-action remakes that Disney has done is that, like, several of the first few were, like, okay, right?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't mind. Like, I watched the Beauty and the Beast one. I thought that one was fine. I watched the Jungle Book one. That one was fine. Then they just, I don't know, they started getting wacky. Lion King was not their first one, no. Their first one was Cinderella. Lion King was like several of these in.
When are they gonna make a live-action remake of the Bible?
Yeah, there was a live-action Cinderella. That's the first one they did. I actually haven't ever watched that one, though. And then they did Beauty and the Beast. And then I think they did Jungle Book. And I think next after that was Lion King. I think that's the order they went in. And there was Aladdin. No, they just have like a ton of them in the works. You know, there's the Little Mermaid. They announced there's gonna be a Lilo and Stitch one. I think Lion King is the only one on this list because it's the only one that's like not actually live action. It's the only one that's purely CG.
It's funny though, because the director was like, "Oh, because they want it to be live action. They want to sell the idea that a movie could have no live action, but be live action purely through virtue of posturing."
Yeah, and then everybody's like, "No, it's an animated movie."
It's just a really boring animated movie. I watched like a really long review of that at one point. And it's really interesting because like even the vocal deliveries suck, right? Like they brought back Mufasa's like VA, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like he's getting on in years now and he can't quite do it the same way he used to do.
Uh-huh.
So on certain takes, what they did was they'd have the new take and the old take play over each other.
What?
Yeah, because that was because like basically it's like the new like in his old age the actor basically couldn't project his voice strongly enough, so they'd use the old ones like a backing track to strengthen it.
That's so funny. So that means he has to like redo his original performance exactly, basically, instead of do a new one. That's so stupid. Could they have come up with a better way to do that?
I don't know.
Anyway, this list seems to list Maleficent as part of this, which I don't, as a remake of Sleeping Beauty, I don't think that counts. Maleficent is its own thing. That was in 2014. Yeah, Cinderella was 2015. Also, I was wrong. I was wrong with the order. The Jungle Book was the second one. Jungle Book was in 2016. Came out after the Cinderella remake from 2015. Then we had Beauty and the Beast in 2017. They're listing Christopher Robin in here. That's not a remake of anything. It's just live action.
Well, I mean, it's Winnie the Pooh in a live action. It's like
a remake
live
of the
action
Winnie the Pooh films. Yeah, no, it's not. Get the frick out of here.
It's a remake of every single Winnie the Pooh film as the plot of all.
I kind of like that movie, by the way. I thought it was kind of cute.
Oh.
Anyway, we have... I forgot this one. Dumbo came before Aladdin. Although... Okay, so Dumbo, Aladdin, and The Lion King all came out in 2019. So The Lion King, therefore, was... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... It was the 6th one. The 6th one of these. There was a sequel to Maleficent in 2019? Must not have done really well. I'd never even heard of it. There was a Lady and the Tramp remake? In 2019? Why did they make so many of these in 2019? Well, the Lady and the Tramp one was for Disney Plus exclusively. There was a remake of that? Oh yeah, and then they did Mulan. I forgot about that. That was in 2020. I forgot that one already came out. I thought that one was, like, announced. They're listing Cruella here. I heard nothing good about that movie. That was from 2021. Then there was Pinocchio last year. Again, I forgot that one came out. Nobody really had anything good to say about that. Peter Pan and Wendy? Never heard of that. It came out just last month. Literally only about a month ago, Peter Pan and Wendy came out. I heard nothing about that. damn. And then The Little Mermaid comes out tomorrow. What? Holy shit. It comes out, that one comes out tomorrow. What the hell? Okay, upcoming they have Snow White. They have Mufasa the Lion King. Speaking of Mufasa. They have Lilo and Stitch announced, Hercules, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Sword in the Stone. They're making a sequel to Cruella, the movie that everyone loved. They're doing a Bambi remake, a Robin Hood remake, The Aristocats, and Moana. Moana is very strange that they've already decided to remake it in live action, considering it only came out in 2016. And most of these movies are from the 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s. Even Lilo and Stitch was like a little bit... feels too soon, as it's from 2000s. Anyway, that's our aside.
Would you mind if I BRB for just 1 second?
Okay.
I need to put pasta in the microwave.
Go ahead. I'm getting back to the fight now. I mean, by the time they get around, so like, there's no release date on the Moana remake. It's like, by the time they get around to like making and or finishing that, it could be like a whole 10 years after that movie came out. You know, considering it's from 2016. And we're already at 2023, so even if it came out just like 3 years from now, then it would be... then Moana would be 10 years old, and then it's like, well, now it's somewhat okay to see a remake. I mean, people weren't happy that they remade Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story after only a decade, so... I thought that was too soon. I feel like maybe a decade isn't quite long enough if you're gonna remake something. Lilo and Stitch is 20 years old now, though, so... like, that's fine. You can remake it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna like the remake, but like... you know what I mean. I never actually watched Lilo and Stitch. But I remember it was like big culture life for a while when I was little. I was very aware of Lilo and Stitch. I think I wasn't allowed to watch it because my parents were worried it would be too scary for me. I thought Stitch transforming might be too scary for me. This is in 2002, so how old would I have been? I would have been... 6? I thought Lilo and Stitch would be too scary for me when I was 6 years old. I just never watched it. I mean, to be fair, at the time, I was very afraid of, like, Halloween decorations in the store, you know? Those freaked me the hell out at the age of 6. So perhaps it was right of them to worry that I would be afraid of Lilo and Stitch.
Hey, yeah, how's it going?
I was just talking about how my parents didn't let me see Lilo and Stitch when it was new, because they were worried it would be too scary for me. They were worried that Stitch, like, transforming would be too scary for me.
How old were you?
I would have been 6. And I was like, to be fair, at the time I was like extremely freaked out when there were like Halloween decorations in the stores. Like the Halloween decorations really freaked me out. So maybe they were in the right to worry that I would be afraid of Lilo and Stitch. This also wasn't too far removed from the first time I'd been taken to the movies, and I got really scared when the lights went out because I thought the floor disappeared. I actually remember my first time going to the movies because it was Toy Story 2. I remember the exact theater we went to. I remember driving up to it. I remember thinking the floor disappeared. I remember the little penguin guy. Is that kind of wild? I remember my first ever time going to the movies.
That is kind of cool. That's kind of wild.
I don't really distinctly remember any other times going to the movies. Oh, I do remember taking my sibling to the movies for the first time. I remember that. I remember specifically going to see Iron Man 2 in the theater because I went with only my dad. I remember going to see Endgame because I went to see that in the theater 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah, we went once by ourselves, then we went another time with the rest of our family, like my grandma and my aunt and etc. And then we went another time to the IMAX theater and saw it in 3D and everything. How old was I when that happened? Well, it was Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 was brand new, so let's find out what year that came out. I'm gonna guess I was like 3 or 4. Remember the second movie? Yeah, 1999. I would have been 3. I was 3 years old the first time I went to see a movie. I also remember going to see Finding Nemo. That was the second one that I ever went to. In the theater. So there was several years between movies I saw in the theater. I saw Cars in the theater. Oh, I remember one time going to see Megamind in the theater with my aunt because we went there on my birthday. I have some, like, memories from all the way back when I was 2, but my first, like, vivid memories are from when I was 3.
I have, like, such a vague memory of everything before 2009.
I see.
2009.
I don't remember my first birthday, but I remember my third and second birthdays very well. I remember my second birthday because my grandpa came over. And I have this, like, this big pillow that's, like, in the shape of a Dalmatian. It's like a flat, like, it's like you, like, squashed a Dalmatian flat. I got that for my second birthday.
Would you still love me if I squashed a Dalmatian flat?
Maybe. I got, like, a little plastic basketball hoop thing. My second birthday, I got one of the... You know that video with the square hole?
The square hole?
Yeah, I had one of those things. I got for my second birthday. I remember running around with a big ball. Like, I remember running around through the house with a big ball. And just going, ball, 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 you know, like that.
Aww.
We have video of that, though, and when I watch back the video, I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I'm going like, ba, ba. But, like, before watching that video, I just remembered that event as me just going around saying ball properly. Like, I didn't even realize I wasn't pronouncing it correctly.
Oh, that's kinda cute.
My memory had corrected it at some point.
Yeah, I can't remember anything that early from my time.
You see, we went like a sheep. My parents said that when I was young, like when I was really little, I couldn't pronounce W's. And I would get very frustrated about it. Like I'd go like whoop, 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 and then I'd be like, oh, and I'd like get all frustrated. Isn't that kind of funny?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I remember my 3rd birthday because we went over to my aunt's house. And I had a cake with like little toy cars on it, like little construction vehicles. And I kept those forever. I used to play, like they were like actual little toy cars, you know? So I just play with them all the time. You know when I was little, I used to keep my Hot Wheels cars separate from like any other brands of cars? Like I wouldn't play with them together. It's so funny. It's really fun, like... I don't know, that caring about stuff like that lasted a long time for me. Like I didn't used to like fan games or mods or things like that because they weren't official. Well, they like to play with the official Hot Wheels on the official Hot Wheels tracks. And keep in mind I was like 5 or 6 at the time.
I remember, actually I do have one very early memory of playing with a Hornby Thomas, right? Well, not play. You shouldn't play with those. They're not really toys. They're more collectibles or whatever, right? But like, and I remember being like, too long.
What?
Because Thomas, in the show, right, is a very stylized E2, right? Okay, so first things first, right? Okay, Thomas was never supposed to be an E2, right? Like, when he was originally, like, the author originally envisioned him as something smaller, right? But when he like, gave off the details to the first artist the series had, that guy just decided to make Thomas an E2 for some fucking reason.
I see.
And E2s are actually quite large and long in real life, right? So then, in order to make Thomas actually fit as, like, the small one in the story, they had to kind of, like, compact him. But then the thing is that when Hornby made their Thomas model, they based it on the mold of their actual E2, right? The actual realistic one, which is huge and long and bulky as hell. So basically, just Hornby Thomases to this day look stupid. They just don't. They're just terrible. And if you want like a model train Thomas, you have to get ones from the American company Bachman instead. But then those suck because they've got American build quality and the axles are plastic rather than metal, so they just eventually grind themselves into dust. It kind of sucks.
I know.
And there are some people who like, you know, they like try to like. Some people who like pride themselves on having collections of like, Thomas, you know, model trains and everything, right? What a lot of them do is that they find a chassis from another 060 tank engine, and then they have like community shell 3D prints they have, which you've got to order from fucking Shapeways for like a ridiculous amount of money and then paint yourself to get something that then actually looks like Thomas. Yeah. I think I remember as a kid.
I was this fight figured out, by the way.
Nice. I was a discerning kid though. I also didn't like the tone. I didn't like the tone of Sonic Heroes. I thought Sonic Heroes was too goofy, and I thought this as like was it like a 2003 game, or 2004? Let me look it up.
So you had sophisticated thoughts as a child, and I was just like, I don't want the Hot Wheels to go on the Hot Wheels track.
Okay, so Sonic Heroes, I would have been like 9.
When I was 9, I was playing mini car racing and just figuring out how to not run into the walls. And die all the time.
I'm gonna be honest though, car racing games are hard when you're a kid. Because you refuse to brake.
Well, you don't really need to brake in that game.
Oh, never mind, you're just a buffoon then.
And I still don't put the brakes on in that game. It's like Mario Kart. You can just go full speed all the time. I played Mario Kart 64 when I was 6. because I went over to a friend's house that had it. First of all, I didn't know what it was. I'd never heard of Mario. So I just wanted to play as the dinosaur. Which is
The
Yoshi.
dinosaur.
I know now it was Yoshi, obviously. And I know now we played on Bowser's Castle. And I remember I got stuck on a wall and couldn't figure out what to do. So my friend had to take the controller and get me off the wall. And then I drove some more and ran into a wall again. And then he was just like, no, you're just screwed. I'm not helping you this time.
I do have one memory
That was my
of
first
like...
experience with Mario Kart. I was just not understanding how the game worked at all.
I had a memory of owning a Game Boy. It might have been like an original or a color, I can't remember which one. And playing through Pokemon Blue or Red. And every time a random encounter happened, I'd give it to my brother. Do a spit. Do a spit.
Oh my god.
Oh, the sheer laziness.
I remember for ages I couldn't beat the first boss in Pac-Man World 2 on the Game Boy Advance. Because I couldn't figure out you're supposed to butt bounce on the glass, like, covering your head. It also took me like 3 years to beat the first level. I was very bad at video games as a child. I think just because I didn't have any, like, role models who already knew how to play video games to look at, and also... I only had like 3 video games growing up.
Hey, you know how I don't like tutorials and stuff?
Uh-huh.
I think this is just a long-standing thing of I don't like being told what to do. I remember when on the day I first got my GameCube, I think, one of the games I had been given was a football game, and I went out my way to only score own goals for the entire time I played it.
Why?
Because everybody would be like, no, it's the wrong one. And I was like, well, fuck you, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, she keeps scoring that because it annoys everybody.
So you were a little shit as a child.
And then you hit halftime where they swap goals. And I choose that moment to then heed everybody's advice. So that I can continue to score, because I can continue to score only own goals. It just annoys me. I just want to do things my fucking self. Leave me alone. I hate it when I'm just trying to like engage in something, and people are on the sidelines trying to fucking like help, quote unquote. Shut up. Let me fucking play my football game. It feels like such a crystallization.
My first Mario game I ever got was Super Mario Advance, and it was after all the other Advance games were out, but I didn't know about them. Remember we were down at Grants Pass, visiting family. And we went to Walmart, and I was allowed to get a game, and I picked out Super Mario Advance. Who knows what else was even there? I just saw that and was like, okay, I want that one. I'm glad that I picked that though, because it's ended up being like one of my favorite games ever, you know?
I used to go get my password out of my grave.
Oogie. Remember the house my cousin and her family lived at the time had a pool, and I remember sitting outside in the sun next to the pool playing Super Mario Advance. What feels like such a crystallization? I also remember what the bitch was saying about the soccer game. I see. I also remember, I don't know if I'm mixing up memories here, but I remember having backyardigans on the TV. Because whenever we go down there, we'd stay at my grandpa's house. And in the room that we were staying in, like the guest room, there's a little TV, and I remember Backyardigans was on the TV. And at that point I was kind of old for the Backyardigans, but I was watching it, and I was playing Mario Bros. Classic on there. And I say I'm not sure if I'm mixing up memories or not. is that I'm not sure if it was Super Mario Advance that I was playing while the Backyardigans were on, or if it was New Super Mario Bros. In which case it would have been much older. And that's why it would have stood out to me more that I was too old for the Backyardigans. I got New Super Mario Bros. In like 2010. When I was like 14.
I'm back.
Hi, Biz.
I'm back.
I like talking about random childhood memories today.
Aww.
It's been fun.
I'll try and think of some. I think I've mostly sort of thrown my memories of childhood away.
Oh.
I'll see if I can recover
I got
anything.
another random one, Hot Wheels related.
Yeah.
So, for a long time, my family has had pizza every single night, on Saturdays, or every single week on Saturday nights, right?
Yeah.
And we always have root beer with it, right?
Yeah.
And the place that we lived at for most of my childhood, we had a fireplace, which in front of it had, you know, just like tile floor. So I used to like to play with my Hot Wheels in front of that. But that's also where the, like, root beer bottles would be kept before it, like, they were ready to be used. So they weren't taking up space in the fridge before, we needed them. So anyway, I was playing with those, or I was playing with the cars on the little tile floor in front of the fireplace. And I ended up, like, running one of them into one of the bottles of root beer, which somehow burst a hole in it, and it just started spraying everywhere.
Oh no!
I somehow broke the root beer bottle with the car. To this day, I don't know how that happened.
I remember at one point I started reading The Hobbit. Or somebody was reading The Hobbit to me in segments. And I knew that my brother had a copy of The Lord of the Rings, like an old one. It was like from ages ago. So at some point I was like, I wanted to like mention that I don't know. I think like at some point I was like, we'd barely even got into The Hobbit, but at some point I went and got the Lord of the Rings book and was like, well, at some point we're gonna have to need this as well, right? And I remember being weirdly admonished for getting ahead of myself. Like, no, it's nowhere near the time where we'll need. So long, I don't know. Just unusual.
I've never actually read The Hobbit. I've played the video game and I've read like a visual novel adaptation of it.
Where are they gonna make a manga of The Hobbit?
A graphic novel, excuse me. That's the word I was. Visual novel is the game thing.
When are they gonna make a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot mod of The Hobbit?
I did read the Lord of the Rings books though. I never finished the last one though because it got so boring I couldn't stick with it. Like I got to the point where they were like at Mordor and it just got so dry and boring I could not finish it. I like the movie much better for Lord of the Rings.
What flavor of dry was it?
It just went on and on and on. They're just in
About
Mordor. Like the plot usually moved so much faster in the Lord of the Rings books. They're just it was taking like I was like so not that far into the book and they were already at Mordor, and then it takes this entire thick book for them to get to the point where they throw the ring in the volcano or whatever. It's just I can't do it. This is too much. I can't do it. Because there was like no action going on. It's just them just being like, oh, I'm taking like shit all the time. You gotta carry me. It's like, because see, that's what gets me in books like this is when the characters are just like they're just like squabbling with each other all the time and nothing is happening, and it's just like... It's like, I get it! I get it! I get it, you're having a shit time! Oh my god. There are other books I've read where, like, the characters are having a shit time, but, like, it's still, like, engaging, you know?
Yeah, there's still stuff happening.
Exactly, like, everything's, like, gone really to shit, but also... It's, like, you're still, like, you're at the edge of your seat the whole time, you know? You're interested in what's going on.
Or if you're going to devote time just to people feeling bad, they have to at least, like, be feeling worse noticeably, page by page or something, you know?
See,
it's when everything's at a set level of shitness.
That's why I also, I read the whole Harry Potter series twice, and it's because the first time I got stuck on the last book because of the exact same problem. Where all the main characters are just like, they're just having a shit time and they're like fighting with each other constantly and nothing is fucking happening. And it's going on for so long. And I'm just like, god damn. Like, I just didn't care about the characters anymore. That's me. In hindsight, I wish that I had left it there. But, you know. I actually like The Lord of the Rings. The difference here. The Lord of the Rings I enjoy immensely. It's one of my favorite series.
I think I never really got into reading too much. Like, can I be real with you?
Uh-huh.
I think the majority of, like, the majority of purely, like, no illustration reading works that I am engaged with, I think have been porn.
Oh no. Oh, there was a book series I really liked. I forget what it was called now, though. But it was, like, set in, like, a faux ancient Egypt sort of, setting, right?
Yeah.
But, it had, like, medieval-style dragons in it. And that was, like, the main, like, thing that it was about. But, like, these, like, dragon taming things and stuff like that. It was really cool. I forget what it was called, though. It was, like, a whole big
Is it
series.
Aragon or whatever?
No. That's something else. My mom was into that. There's also a book series I read called Magic, spelled M-A-G-Y-K. I really enjoyed those. Those books apparently were, like, completely unplanned, though. Like, the writer just kind of wrote them as they went. Which is kind of... It gives a really interesting vibe. Because, like, as you go through the series, it gets more and more, like, fleshed out. Because they've, you know, they've had time to think of more things.
That's kind of cool.
Which I actually kind of enjoyed. The Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children is similar, but for a different reason. That one, the author likes to collect weird old photographs. Like especially photographs that have been, like, altered through, like, you know, like ye old Photoshop methods, basically. And then he would look at those pictures, these weird pictures, and then, like, come up with, like, stories of, like, characters that are in them, you know? And then put those in the book. And, like, sometimes you can tell that's what's going on, which is kind of funny. It's like, oh yeah, this is definitely just, he just saw something and decided to put it in there. But also, he managed to, like, flesh out, like, a whole lore and everything. That's one of those series that, is exactly like what I was saying, where everything, like, has gone completely to shit, but, like, you're still invested. It's like, oh my god, how are they gonna get out of this? You know, like, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And that's like what you said, right? If it keeps getting worse, then that can keep your engagement, you know?
Yeah, by virtue of the fact that something's actually happening.
Exactly. And the characters don't... The characters don't, like, sit there and just, like, be like, oh, woe is me. You know? They don't just sit there for chapters just pitying themselves. Self-pity is not interesting. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not interesting for long periods of time.
Yeah. Self-pity is just annoying. Chroma, what did you say? Why would you spell it out like that? Or spell it like that? Oh, magic.
Magic
That's
with a
it.
K.
It was, okay. With a Y and a K.
Do you want to know a storyline that has an appropriate amount of feeling sorry for yourself?
What?
Vegeta's arc.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that series. I thought it was really good. They had some cool magic spells involving, bugs. They made little bug warriors. It was like something where you had to like put them in a jar with like some special fluid or something, and then they'd come out real buff. It was funny. Maybe there was a C in there? Maybe it was CK? Because now that I see it spelled out, I think I got it wrong.
Why didn't they use a J? M-A-J-Y-K.
Don't know. They were like little warrior bugs. They had like little like I think they had like little like sewing needles as like weapons or something. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Where was it a fucking Hollow Knight reference?
This is long before Hollow Knight.
I know, Lillian, that's the joke. That's the joke.
Oh, you know another book series I really liked? Inkheart. That's another one of those stories that like has influenced my current storyline I'm making in my games.
Oh, nice.
Basically, the idea of Inkheart is that, so first of all, so there's a book in the story called Inkheart, right? It turns out, or so there's this kid and her father, right? And her mom has gone missing, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, it turns out that, whatever her dad has this special ability that whatever he reads becomes real, right? And I forget exactly how it worked, but he accidentally like read her into the book, right?
Oh.
I don't remember exactly how that worked, but he also accidentally read, like the villain of the story out of the book into real life, right?
Oh.
And that's the basic premise of it, and it's really interesting. I really like how it goes. And then they to try and fix this, they have to, or like they tried to fix it by just like writing things themselves, and like trying to alter the story, but it didn't work. It turns out you have to go to the original author and get him to write more of the story, right?
Oh.
To try and fix things. But he's this old curmudgeon, and he's like sick and tired of his old stories, right? So he doesn't want to write more of them. And plus, of course, he doesn't believe them because this sounds batshit, right?
Yeah.
So there's a whole thing where they try and convince him, like they have to go find him, and then try and convince him that this is happening, and try to get him to like fix the story for them. You know? And I think there's a thing where like the villain figures out that he can do this and tries to get him to write the story in a way that will be good for the villain, you know, stuff like that. And then eventually later in the series they end up inside this, like the world of the story that he wrote. And then he's like making things happen from within the story. It's kind of funny. And he's just sort of like, he kind of goes mad with power almost, I think. He doesn't go mad with power, but he just sort of like gives up on like trying to fix stuff because he just like kind of enjoys being God in the world, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. You have to kind of get him back on track. It's a really great series. I would read it again, for sure. And like, I remember one of the ways it like starts coming up that there's something going on here is that like her dad used to read to her all the time, like read bedtime stories to her all the time, and then eventually he stopped. He wouldn't read anything to her anymore. Because he was afraid of it becoming real, you know? Oh yeah, they get captured by the villain, and he like starts making them like read stuff from different books to like give him new minions and stuff like that. I really like it. Doesn't that sound interesting?
Yeah.
All the book series that I like are kind of similar to each other. That's kind of funny.
Is Cat's thinking how long we've been at Pluto now?
Yeah, he's hard. I've gotten his health pretty low a few times. But like not that low. He still had like roughly half left. I just wasted that.
Oh, it only reaches just to the end of the screen.
Yeah, his shoulder didn't count as part of his hitbox. Basically. Fights that would have been great if they were maybe 200 or 20% shorter. They said 200% shorter. I was like, geez, okay.
I'm trying to imagine a 200% shorter version of a fight.
It's not like I haven't been leveling my offensive skills too, yeah. I mean, I could have, like, leveled 1 all the way up at this point. Instead of focusing on several different things. Basically, this stream is just a podcast with fighting Pluto in the background.
Unfortunately, yeah. I'm gonna go watch somebody else do the fight and see if I can pick up any tips.
It's been real fun. Well, let's get Ellie. These missiles are really hard to avoid.
Okay, this person is doing...
Can get rid of the missiles.
I guess this person has them down to half health at like 13 seconds in.
Oh.
I think their laser's more upgraded than yours though, because they're taking out entire health bead.
This move does completely get rid of the missiles. They don't even have an animation, they just disappear.
Yeah, they just are
So I like that he faces the screen directly when you hit him with that. He looks at the camera when you hit him with that. Like, are you seeing this? Are you seeing what Astro Boy is doing right now? Get a load of this. Yeah, my laser takes away 1 pixel of health.
1 pixel?
Yeah. It does again.
Apparently punching in the back when the purple lasers out is seemingly a somewhat useful thing to do.
I see. I've been lasing him in the back. We have some lasik caramel. I think LASIK is the eye surgery of the caramel. Oh man! Oh man, that was my best I've ever done at him. Because all of his attacks have the potential to just wipe you out instantly. So a single mistake will end this run.
Oh, you got him down to 4 beads, basically. And you got corn flaked.
The butt blaster only does 1 pixel of damage too.
Yeah, the steering the camera down is great. I think it's really funny how like his design is like clearly different between the like in-game sprite and the dialogue portrait.
I see.
Like it's clearly simplified him for like how he appears in like actual game's art style.
Sucked in there. Oh, bean particles.
The barticles is the name.
No licking. No licking. Go, get. Go. Go. Don't look at me like that. No. Okay, you can sit there and get pets. Okay, we're gonna sit there. It's okay. Hi, Aubrey. How's your day been today, Aubrey?
That's a dog.
Yeah. Talking to a dog. Oh, okay, you have gotta get down. You were doing so well. Go, get. Ah. He's a funny dog. It's just sometimes randomly I will say something that she decides is me calling for her, and then she comes running over. Which is very funny. Like I said, there was no contact damage in this game. I just got some there.
I thought there wasn't.
It just touched his foot and it hurt me. He wasn't doing an attack animation. Just ran, oh yeah, I ran into his knee and there you go.
Maybe this is some weird exemption? I don't know. I believe in you.
You do you?
Yeah, I believe in you. I believe in you.
I think actually they do half a pixel of damage. It takes 2 lasers to take away 1 pixel, I'm gonna say. That was a funny pose that I got him stuck in. No! Why would you go into that? How long have I been streaming for? How long has Pluto taken?
So how long would you guess Epsilon was, roughly?
I don't know, like 5 minutes at most?
Okay, so if
Absolute most?
we subtract 5 minutes, it's been an hour 15.
Oh my god.
Can we appreciate that I did this as a babbler? Can we appreciate that I was a genius?
I mean, when you're a baby, you have, like, less amount of time to do this shit, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't mean we can't not appreciate it.
I don't appreciate when people beat games as children, because it means nothing. Children can do anything.
Fuck off!
Video games.
Stop being so... You are a little fucking bunion.
Children can't do anything, they don't know words yet? Excuse me? Have you conflated children with babies?
Are you saying babies aren't children?
No. Babies are in their own class.
Are a neural class?
Their own class!
Oh, I was like, what the fuck's a neural
does that
class?
mean?
I was like, what the hell is that?
Like, I just realized it says level 5 in the background. Did you know this is the 5th one? You definitely need to go to class if that's what you mean. No. Babies are a different class of human than children. That's what I'm saying.
I've been thinking, somebody needs to do an anti-isekai story.
What does that mean?
So, what is the typical isekai when you really get down to it?
You get transported to a fantasy world? Are you saying, like, somebody in a fantasy world gets transported to real life?
No. So, normally, in practice, they're like a wish fulfillment thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, like, the thing that makes the main thing that sort of, like, makes them interesting to people is, like, hey, you go to a fantasy world and we've contrived things, so you being some random nerd actually makes you, like, really good at things there.
Spark?
You know, like...
Uh-huh.
It's always, you know, you've gone to another world, but you have your mobile phone and you can Google things. Or, you know, you've gone to another world, but you have knowledge of the real world. Or you've gone to a JRPG, but you played the game, and stuff like that, right? Somebody needs to do one where it's like, you're a McDonald's manager who has gone to another world, right?
Oh, you've gone to the McDonald's mascot world.
No, you've gone to, no, I was actually just gonna say you've just gone to like like any world, and just the idea is just it's anti-wish fulfillment. None of your skill set means anything.
You're still the equivalent of a McDonald's manager in this world too.
Well, no, because there's no McDonald's.
No, that's why I said the equivalent.
No, but what I'm saying is that you would less than that, because like, it's like what I'm saying is that you're the sort of person who has like. I don't know, whatever. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Like, I'm just saying, if isekai is normally a person who we're invited to identify with being put in a world where relatable traits make them specially equipped to deal with an alternate world, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see stories where characters that are relatably annoying
when he stares at the camera like that, he looks like Five Nights at Freddy's character.
Oh my god! Oh my god, could somebody please make Five Nights at Astro Boys?
Five Nights at Pluto's.
Oh my god, yeah, I know the 5 strongest robots are like the main crew. Denku is Foxy.
Question is it Denku or Denko? I'm still wondering about that. Ho-ho rules, or what?
I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, this is a good run.
Everyone thinks it's Denko.
Denko does sort of feel more natural than Denku, maybe. Or that could just be me completely just being a buffoon and saying things that have no basis in anything.
Gotten a lot more confident with the dodge. Which is very good for this fight.
Did I even know dodging was a thing in this game when I was a kid? Because I kind of feel like I maybe didn't, but then like I'm like, well...
Mistakes here. Got him.
Yeah! Woo! That's what I'm talking about!
Jesus.
He was a mighty
Oh my
opponent.
Let me get this peaceful music. Alright, what are we leveling up? Punch maybe?
That sounds like a good idea. Punch feels like it's your bread and butter. You can't like get too low.
Save state. Pluto. Pluto! Shadow, you'll pay for this. I want a mod of this game that replaces this character with Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh hell yeah.
All you would have to do is change the graphic. Because they already just call him Shadow. His design is kind of gender, I see. Reminds me of the Sheikah. Zelda.
You okay?
Kind of gender. We reveal who it really has been. Actually, it was Caillou. No, you gotta stick with it. This is gender too.
I love the blinking into Shiraku.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Fallout New Vegas is free in the Epic Store right now. I always hear that's the good Fallout. Should I get it?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, it's free, so the answer is yes, but would I enjoy playing it is what I'm really asking.
I don't know. I can't answer these questions for you.
You're a New Vegas hater? Oh. Wow. I want to play Skyrim someday.
I don't, it's boring.
I feel like I have to.
That's right, you're surprised, aren't you?
30,000 years through time. With my Hoakabar Kaluma potion. There's that again. Humans and robots should be able to live together in harmony. Just wishful thinking, Astro, a kid's dream. Remember President Rag recalled that what humans have done to robots. It's the actions of other humans. They save the robots from these humans. If you destroy me, history will just repeat itself. A kid like you cannot do anything by yourself. Earth requires a strong hand to guide it. My hand, under my rule. Okay, Thanos. Can I add a Caillou's potion emote? Caillou's awesome potion.
No.
I'm going to fight you here. I've seen enough of your brute strength. Look up at the sky. It's coming, my little nuisance. Death Mask? It's not fucking being played. It's just like Andros.
Hey, it kinda is.
The goddess of justice who shall pronounce judgment on all robots. All robots listen to me because of the conflict you have caused. Ruby says, I've been told New Vegas is the trans game classic, so I will claim it while it's free. Conflict you have caused. This earth has become a wasteland. Death Mask will now pronounce judgment. Death, I will destroy all robots on the earth using Omotenium? Omotenium. What is that? Even I have no idea. The smug look on his face while he says that. I know that's the one portrait they have of him, but... Because of that thing, when I try to change history, I always get the same result. I believe I can now transcend time by using a secret process. Look for a timeline where it won't get in my way. I will use the conflict between humans and robots to my advantage again. Meanwhile, you can sleep here peacefully. Goodbye, Astra. Am my energy being drained? No, it can't end like this. Am I dying? Whoa. Back up, C-3PO. Listen, sinful robots. I am Death Mask. Your sinful nature will be burned away by Death Mask. Look at this effect. Huh? Huh?
Yeah?
That's an ending? Are there multiple endings? There's gotta be... You mentioned some secret process to, like, go through time. Is there something I gotta go back and figure out?
I know that he's like a robot, but I kind of appreciate the goal of this game to just like end on a child dying.
Is that guy's name Dad? Oh, somebody in there. This person's name is Pat Crash.
That is kind of funny. Yes, it's a treasure game. I remember correctly.
Wake up, Astro. Character reveals of this game kill me every time. It's just a ticket.
I have quotes. Phoenix.
I am Phoenix. Oops, I dropped my controller.
Oh my god.
legendary bird with eternal life.
Oh.
Oh, goodness gracious. You died, Astra. We put a chicken in the chat. Died, but I'm a robot. Do robots have life? What do you think life is, then? You dumbass. Everything in this universe has life. Trees, stones, beasts, fish, birds, humans, robots, and even stars. They are all the same. Everything is connected in the immeasurable space of the cosmos. Sure, I have been watching you. Watching as you tried to create peace between humans and robots. But despite my effort, I was unable to accomplish my goal. All robots have been destroyed. Humans originally created robots to make their life easier and happier. Robots also wanted to make humans happy. Please tell me, Phoenix, what went wrong? When did humans and robots start walking on the wrong path? You should go and find out for yourself. What? I'm giving you another chance. A chance to go back in time and start over again. From now on, you will be able to redo and change any of your experiences as many times as you need to. You'll also keep the powers and memories you've gained even as you go back. Find the way. Find the new future where humans and robots both can live in peace. It is your mission. Go now, Astro. The fate of the future lies completely in your hands. Such a noble soul created by human hands. Tenderness. Oh, that's the whole design, huh? Check that shit out. Just a long chicken. Is the game suddenly opening up 8 hours in?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's hope we punch somewhere. Due to the power of the Phoenix, Stage Select is now available. For Stage Select, press up. I need to have a line like that in Gray Area now. Because there's a Stage Select to unlock. Due to the power of the Great Cornholio.
No! Due to the power of Grizzly. Yeah, Grizzly is the best Gray Area character.
Grizzly has unlocked Stage Select.
Grizzly Grayson.
Oh my god. Replay stages you've once cleared before. Divided into several blocks. Solving hidden puzzles by going back and forth between stages. Solve hidden puzzles by going back and forth between stages / blocks. This could allow you to access new stages. I can feel that I am... Oh, I can feel that I am transcending time now! Look at him talking while this is happening. I can see something, what is it? Am I dreaming or am I seeing somebody's memory? Is this happening because of the power of the Phoenix? Watch the shuttle here every day. What's our company's shuttle? Oh, you must be rich. It's not my business, my father bought that. I want to become an artist, look at what I've made. What the hell is that? Would you like to go out with me sometime? Sorry, but I can't. Why not? Today's my last day. I'll be stuck in the hospital starting tomorrow. Are you sick? Yes, but my dad says that I don't need to worry. Still, I've heard that I have a very complicated disease. Dr. Blackjack? Oh, I read that the opposite way first. It's like, Jack Black is in this game! Oh my god! Take a bit of the moon one day.
Could somebody please draw Jack Black in a Tezuka art style, please?
As a doctor. Treatment room, which is restricted to robots. Oh yeah, we'll check this out. Robot parts, I can disguise myself and see you. What in the world are we watching? You are so funny. It's Prime Rose. And Daiichi. Oh yeah, he died. Rebirth. Look at this planet. Something. You have to play through the game again? I don't have any stages available.
Yeah.
What? How long are we gonna be streaming this game for?
No, but look at it this way, right, okay? What is the thing you do mostly in this game?
Fight.
Okay, and what are you now, which you weren't the first time we did these stages?
Stronger?
Extremely stronger.
Oh.
Fucking victory lap time, baby!
So there's like secret puzzles I'm supposed to solve? I'm like worried I'm gonna like miss those. Is a guide going to be helpful or necessary?
It's alright, if stuff ends up getting too confusing, I'll just eventually just like guide. Yeah,
Who's
like
this
I said.
guy? The mission is to destroy all the robots, every single one of them? Look at him! What are we looking at? He's a weapon!
I love how this guy is like, he has one thing going. Just the energy of, my name is this. It's my job to. It's my goal to kill all robots. Die, robots.
Oh yeah, everybody dies in one punch now.
That's just Astro Boy bullying everybody. Astro Boy just inexplicably gains a load of memories and is like going around like, you fucking world ended, I hate this, smashing everybody's heads in.
Oh my god. I believe Astro Boy Omega Factor predicting Jack Black.
I like Chroma says, I think it's okay if this game becomes your Sisyphus's boulder. Why does that skyscraper say tuner on it?
I don't know. That's where they make the tuna.
They're in a fucking skyscraper?
Hey, this thing takes more than one. How strong is that thing? Takes that many powered up punches. That building just says city on it. It's going around punching a bunch of bees.
It's the realistically sized bees. And this is, I think this is one of the reasons why I think upgrading shot actually is kind of a good idea.
You see?
Is because, like, especially when you get to like the later stages, in like the second run, it's convenient to be able to, like, even with strong enemies, just sort of screen wipe.
Oopsie. I failed. Must forgive me.
It's okay, I'll forgive you. The Gay States Tower?
Yeah, did you see?
Oh, I did not. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I think I know what you mean now. Never mind. But yeah, this stream's almost over, so like...
Minutes?
Well, yeah, because it's like 15 minutes until we hit the 2-hour mark.
Well, I mean, I didn't do any other streams today.
Oh, you're not playing anything else? You're not gonna play...
I was gonna do an art stream first, but I, yet again, did not wake up early enough, so I'm doing an art stream tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
This is all we've got going today.
So we could just Astro Boy Omega Factor for the next 12 hours.
Didn't say that.
Yeah, we could just play Astro Boy Omega
Do it for
for the
another
next
2
12.
hours.
I don't know if I'd have that in me, to be honest.
I do.
Oh!
favorite room. Remember
I
how
mean,
this
this
one
first-
obliterated me a bunch of times the first time through?
Yeah.
This game got hard quickly. I remember. I've been through so much now, though, that this feels like nothing. Plus, Astro Boy is stronger. That punch move is extremely satisfying. I love the sound effects it makes. I'm not getting us obliterated this time.
This game's OS. I've been like flicking over to a long play occasionally to get context for things coming up in advance. Can I just say I fucking love this game's OST? Yeah. Do you ever think about the fact that Astro Boy's sprites in this feel like classic Sonic sprites?
No. Explain.
They've got the same. They've got like a similar rendering style to them.
See?
And Astro Boy's proportions aren't far off what a lot of a lot of humanoid. Okay, they aren't far off what like certain Sega humans look like
I'm
anyway.
really mad that it's harder. It takes more button presses to get back into the level than it did before. That's my one problem with this level slot.
Understandable.
You know me, I hate having to press more buttons than necessary. Like, I sometimes won't use maps or stuff like that because it takes too many button presses to get to the map. I'm worried that that is a problem I'm going to run into with my playthrough of the original Ocarina of Time. So I'm gonna get sick of the button presses required for everything. So far it hasn't been too bad, and everybody always complains about the menuing in that game. It hasn't gotten bad yet. Here comes the big boy.
That's a good observation, Corona. I'll read out for like VOD viewers. It's really wild how much the value of power-ups feels shifted. Like it's a lot more about rushing through enemies now that you're so much stronger. So you could shore up lower ones. Health is useful for just damage boosting.
Chi-chi. Funny little dog came over to get... Oh, not you. The big one always... Aubrey. She always comes over and shoves the other ones out of the way if you're giving them attention. There's some attention for you. Are you happy? No. What? She just shoved the other dog out of the way. Why did you do that?
I think I don't like dogs. They seem very obnoxious.
Aubrey, get out of here. Go. Get. Go. Aubrey is so jealous. She really is. Apparently it's because she used to live with somebody who didn't really take care of her at all, like didn't ever give her any attention. And so she's just attention starved always now. I just wish she wouldn't shove the other dogs out of the way, you know? It's like, yes, Aubrey, I'm happy to give you some attention. I'm sorry you didn't used to get any, but also, you gotta be kind to the other dogs. They also get attention too, you know. Anyway. Archaeologists are excavating the ruins of the Moose Foundation. I believe Firebase Island is right by Cruciform Island. We can some clues about Shiraku there. Okay, so the plot is just moving along by itself, basically. Which is good. Rainy, what you doing there? Remember how hard this boss was for me the first time, Bits?
Yeah, I remember when the Spodinus was a problem.
Whoopsie. Burma says that these dogs are just poorly trained. You shouldn't judge dogs based on their behavior, I think is the implication. They've all had a bit of a hard life in one way or another, as well. So we're trying to give them a good life now. I just realized I have 80,000 hit points. It tells you about the damage output that those other bosses are having. They can whittle down 80,000 hit points from me. Just noticed that number there. I hadn't noticed the number before. Oh, this reminds— so when the pause menu here, see how you can go back to the stage select? I need to add that to Gray Area after you've beaten the game. Back to stage select. Right now you can only go back to the main menu. And like I said, I like to eliminate button presses, so going back to the main menu to then go back into your save file and then go to the level select. It's too many button presses, and I don't want to make people do that. No, agree. There we go. It's interesting how they made those legs look 3D. Beth? Beth?
Oh.
Are we hitting your limit, Beth?
No, 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 oh no.
What does Astro know him? This is so funny. My greatest creation. Listen to me, everyone. Oh, there's the Magnemite again. Let's eliminate all robots from the face of this earth. This!
Huh?
Do we gotta end the stream?
No, dude, don't yell at me.
Well, you're not here now. You're sleeping.
I am here.
Hey.
You better believe it, I'm right here.
Aww. The little face Astro Boy is making. Bis?
Yeah?
Look at the little face Astro Boy is making.
Aww.
Who's that guy again?
Aww.
Can he read people's minds? He truly is a super robot. Time for side scrolling. You enjoying the stream, Bis? Bis?
Yeah?
Have you been enjoying the stream?
Yeah, I've been enjoying the stream.
Yay.
I thought it was really funny seeing your reaction to the fake out ending.
I thought that was an I thought the game actually was over there. And I missed something. But no, it's just continuing. This is what modern game reviewers would call padding. Because we're just wholesale reusing levels. You have anything to say about that, Bis? Bis? Hello?
Sorry, I was just imagining picking up a lemon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're in the bee zone where you fight the bees?
I was saying this is what modern game reviewers would call padding. Because we're just wholesale reusing levels.
Yeah, but the modern game reviewers suck. It's a different experience. It's a new game plus.
Easy.
And if you absolutely
Also,
don't
the story's
want to...
continuing.
Yeah. And if you absolutely don't like it, you could just let Astro Boy be dead. You could just resign a child to death. Like the asshole you are.
Ouch. I think I made it.
Hell yeah.
We gotta fight this thing again.
Whoa.
Whoops. Okay, we'll fight this thing and then we'll call it good.
Yeah,
Because you're getting tired. And plus you still wanted to be able to work on stuff today, so we'd better stop streaming now. See if we can salvage some energy for you.
So tired, so sleepy.
I think I'm done with my portion of working on the final boss for now, so I can go back to working on other parts of the game.
Nice.
I have a little glitch I'm going to fix today. I think, while I'm thinking about it, I'll add the level select option to the pause screen. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Remember how hard this was the first time? And I did it in a single try. I mean, technically 2 tries, but the first time I didn't have full health. I had, like, no health.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll call this good for now.
Yeah. Do a save state, and then we're done. Next episode, we kill the animals in the tire.
Let's see. Do I need the save state? Nope, I didn't even need the save state. It's saved properly.
Nice.
Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray!
Boy, this game is gonna take forever, isn't it?
I won't take that long. I don't think. Maybe.
What about the secret puzzle I'm supposed to do?
Eventually, we'll just bust out guides. It'll be fine. It'll be chill.
Okay.
No problem, Chroma. Thank you for being in chat.
I saw a random poster that says FFmpeg is so good. Whatever it is you need to do with the video file, all you have to do is type FFmpeg thing I need to do into Google, copy paste your first result, and then it doesn't fucking work. Weird to see Sony Pictures technology on a Game Boy Advance game.
That is kind of weird. But so many fucking companies had their hands in this.
And their grubby little fingers.
I love how doofy the title screen is.
I know, it's so silly.
Astro Boy is like, I'm pooping out lasagna!
Oh, so we really did end up just streaming for 2 hours.
Yeah. Sorry, I would have gone longer, but I'm just tired.
Yeah, we gotta get game dev stuff done, so I'm gonna save your energy for that instead of streaming.
Yeah.
Alright, well thank you everybody, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna play Wario's Buttock Smasher. And I'm going to do some art.
Goddamn Wario's Buttock Smasher.
It's a bean bonus stream, because I haven't done any of those in quite a while. It's gonna be a really short thing though. I gotta figure out if there's something else I can throw in for a bean bonus stream tomorrow. I have no bean bonus ideas. I haven't for a while. Need to come up with some more. You got any bean bonus ideas for me, Bis?
I have a couple.
Okay. Well, let me know those after the stream. I'll see if I can do them tomorrow. Anyway, after that, I'll be back on Sunday, and I'll probably play Metroid. Finally. Skip the week of it. And we'll play more Astro Boy. So, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody. I think the thumbnail for this stream is just going to be the Phoenix.
That sounds good.
Just gonna put that in the thumbnail. I mean, what could be better? To represent the stream. Alright, thanks everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.